Once again, not the result that you were looking for, but you have to be thrilled. You can sense a weight was lifted when you were finally able to get that first touchdown since the Sebastopol game last season.
Yeah, we actually had a big conversation pregame. Some of our goals were I laid out. We wanted to hold them a 35 or less based on how they played Algoma. We knew we were going to be in for a match tonight, and then we wanted to get on the scoreboard. That was our two goals. Unfortunately, we gave up 39, but we were close to that 35 mark, and clearly we got in the end zone at the end of the game there. And then I think we probably might have had a chance to get another score here if we wouldn't have fumbled that kickoff. But that's the way the game goes, and we'll learn from it. I mean, we had a lot of good kickoff returns, so hopefully maybe we'll break one of them one of these weeks.
And, I mean, that was certainly a positive. Baron Lois really had some success returning kicks tonight. It seemed like he was getting the ball to about the 35 or 40-yard line each time, and especially when your offense isn't producing the way that you'd like, to be able to shorten that field a little bit is a big positive for your team.
Yeah, and you know, I got to give all the shout-outs to Coach Dahlstrom, one of our volunteers. He's heading up special teams this year, and you can see that he's got the kids doing some things we haven't done in the past, and they're buying in, and you can see some holes that are happening out there. We just got to get through them, and hopefully we'll break one of them by the end of the year here.
And what was the message to the team capping off this one?
Well, we actually kind of we're looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, it's a big game up in northern Door County next weekend, and it's our homecoming, and there's lots of things going on. So actually, we talked about at halftime getting a couple of those monkeys off our back because we didn't want to have to do it next week against Sebastopol. So you know, getting that couple defensive stops and a turnover, and then getting in the end zone, those are things that at least we're not going to have to try and do for the first time against Sebastopol, and hopefully our kids got a little bit of the feeling of what it feels like, and like Will Lacey said to me on the sideline, he goes, never quite scored a touchdown like that before. He goes, you know, scored 6 points and get it within 25-6 at the time, and he goes, I've never heard anybody cheer for him or down that hard before. And I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's little things, Will. We're working on it. So we've talked about it. We're young. We've got some growing. My biggest message to the kids down there today was right now we're working on becoming better people and following some of the team rules and buying into some of the team policies that we have at Gibraltar, and that's probably the part that we're doing a lot of that the parents and the fans won't see. And eventually, as we talk about my classroom and we talk about the football field, we start doing the little things, the big things will fall into place. So we're going to keep working on some of those things that maybe they don't focus on as much in middle school, and some of the things that I hope that our Gibraltar program is known for, and the kind of athletes that we produce. So that was probably my biggest message, along with the fact that I know homecoming week brings some real challenges, and I told our kids we'll try and do our best to get them out early as long as they come ready to work, because I know there's a lot of different strings that they're getting pulled at next week, and that's going to make the fact that our rivalry game is even that much more difficult for us.
Well, Coach, we thank you so much for coming up after this one, and as you mentioned, rivalry week, homecoming week, just a little extra fun and amped up music, if you will, leading up into that one.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one, Tim. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, we will wrap things up here.